Hey, mining family. Welcome to the mine. I'm Nemesis.
And I'm Relican.
And of course, I'm not your babysitter. Do your own research. But let's dig in. So you want to mine crypto. This is episode 2, What is mining? A miner is a machine that calculates certain mathematical algorithms in order to find blocks.
The algorithm that you choose will help determine which equipment you want to use.
A miner chooses a list of transactions and works on them to solve the blocks. Once the block is solved, it is broadcast to the network, and then all the transactions in the block is confirmed. It is essentially a race for each miner to find the first block.
To solve blocks requires a lot of hashing power, or solutions per second. This either requires a lot of equipment or the need to join a mining pool. Mining pools are groups of people that combine their hashing power in order to solve the blocks.
There are 4 types of hardware that can mine: a CPU, a computer processing unit, a GPU, a graphical processing unit, an FPGA, a field programmable gate array, used only by programmers or people who understand the equipment because they kind of act like a GPU but kind of not. And then they're also used to create the chips for the ASIC units. And then of course you've got the ASICs, an algorithm specific integrated chip.
CPU, computer processing unit. Advantages? You probably already have the equipment. You can use your desktop computer. This is the most versatile way to mine.
I do it.
Disadvantages: your computer must have enough power. This is also the slowest method. Often only competitive on new speculative coins.
Or that Monero.
Monero.
The GPU, or a graphical processing unit, most people also know them as a graphics card. These also are the pieces that portray the video onto your screen, like the one you're watching right now. Advantages on them: uses multiple parts, which means when something goes wrong, you might be able to continue mining until you can replace that part, because you can just disconnect whatever it is that failed, and the rest of the machine will just keep on going. It's faster computation over the CPUs, many choices of equipment, can do multiple algorithms. You can almost put it onto anything. It just depends on if you're going to be competitive enough. You're able to resell or repurpose all the equipment that you have and decrease your heated costs in the cooler climates due to their heat output. I haven't turned on my heat yet. It's like under 40 degrees outside. Each one of these rigs, they're running in the ballpark of around 130 degrees. I just have a fan blowing through my house and it warms it up, so I'm going to save money all around this winter.
Disadvantages: they're a little bit more costly, they use a lot more power, and they take up more space. Increased in cooling cost in warmer climates due to heat output. It gets nice and toasty during the hot days in summer, and it's going to cost you a lot more to cool down the house.
Yeah, I mean, you either have to figure out how to circulate air in the room to get all that heat out, or you're going to be pressed to put in an AC unit. And all of this, which costs more money and eats into your bottom dollar for any kind of profitability you may have. Then of course we have the ASIC miners. They're faster processing, usually way less expensive than a GPU miner. They take up a lot less money, usually a lot less money in the long run on all of this, just because, well, GPUs, they add up. You have to buy a lot of it to be competitive. Where this one, you're going to have one machine that's equal to multiple graphics cards. And with that, they take up less room. They're a lot more energy efficient just because they are specifically designed to do what they're doing. And the heat output on these are just as bad as having a GPU unit. They will lower your heating costs in the wintertime if you decide to pipe it through your house.
Disadvantages: mine's only one algorithm. If the network decides to totally stop using that algorithm, the equipment is worth it. Essentially a brick.
A doorstop.
Paperweight. Limited sources. They can usually only buy from China or used on eBay. Taxes and tariffs are an added expense. So
oh my god. my last ASIC miner, I had a tariff tax on that, and I had to basically scoop my jaw off the ground. The government took $342 from me for something that I already paid for.
Woo-wee. They have limited resale value, so unless someone's buying them for cheap, nobody wants a doorstop, and the value declines over time.
And then GPU versus ASIC. This is the big controversy. For me, I sit in the middle on this. I'm on the fence. I have GPUs. I have ASICs. I believe, in my opinion, is that your mainstream algorithms, they're going to be ASIC dominated. These ASIC companies are highly incentivized to make ASIC miners for those algorithms, for those particular coins. They're going to do this with a vengeance. They're going to be non-stop trying to stay with those coins because this is what their business is all about. Now, I do have a GPU unit. I have a couple of them. I'm about to build another one to add to the fleet. So I do believe that they're both going to stay around for a while. The GPU units are going to help support your startup, more speculative coins, where your ASICs are going to be more for your mainstream and more just well-known coins, ones that people are going to be more than likely going after. They're going to want a slice of that pie. And so I will take a slice of the pie on both sides myself. And I won't give one or the other any real need that I have to have one versus the other. I think that I will diversify my mining just like I will my crypto assets and keep multiples of every one of them if I can. But in the long run, what kind of miner are you considering and why? Drop a comment down in below. And while you're down there, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And with that being, guys, I'm Nemesis.
And I'm Relkin.
And we're the Crypto Bros. And we'll see you on the next one.